Hey guys, Chef Redbeard here with Dherbs Kitchen. I have 3 exciting new recipes for you. Energy balls or energy bites. Just as the name states, these are an excellent source of energy for on the go. They're packed with protein because the base of them is a nut base. Today we'll be using cashews and walnuts. You can interchange the nuts if you like pistachios or maybe almonds. In the 3 recipes, Valentine's Day is right around the corner, so I have a very nice chocolate recipe. Along with that, I have a nice blueberry and citrus, so lemon zest. And then thirdly, I have a coconut and dried cherry. So for the base of these energy bites, most often start with dates. You can find these pitted or unpitted. These are already pitted dates. So to give the food processor, this is a 1-dish snack bite. Just gonna cut these in smaller bite-sized pieces so your food processor can do the work for you. So once you have about a cup processed, you're gonna mix that with equal parts of cashew. Okay, and so for our first recipe, we have cashew cherry bites. So these dates here for our base, just gonna put these in a bowl. Again, this is a 1-bowl recipe. These are super simple. Do not be intimidated by these at all. So I have cut about 12 dates. Into those, 3/4 cup of dried cherries and 3/4 cups of cashews. To this recipe, I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of dried coconut. And these are going to go directly into the food processor. All right, guys, so for our second recipe, I have that Valentine's Day energy bite for you. That's going to use some cacao. I have about 3/4 cups of cacao, 3/4 cups of walnut, another 3/4 cups cashews, and a cup of dates. These dates are already chopped up. Again, this is a dump and blend. So, dates, cashews, walnuts, cacao. Now, as a trick to get that flavor out of the cacao, to kind of unlock that chocolatey flavor, a pinch or 2 of some pink Himalayan sea salt kind of binds everything together, brings those flavors forward. Again, we're going to take this, dump it into our food processor, let it blend. The texture you're looking for is like a wet sand. It's fall apart on its own, but when you pack it together, it sticks tightly. So we have our third recipe, and this is by far my favorite of the 3. This is our blueberry lemon energy bites. We have some fresh blueberries here, a little sweetness, some lemon juice for some tartness and some acidity, and lemon zest for the brightness. So again, the base is the same. We have our dates, we have our cashews. So into our bowl, cashews, dates, lemon zest. Get that in there. This is really what's going to make the difference. The brightness, every time you bite into it, it's like a little pop and a burst. We have our blueberries here. Gotta try to run away. And lastly, the lemon juice. The lemon juice is going to help this one bind together because the blueberries have some extra juice in them. So you're going to see of the 3 that you make, this one by far is going to be the tackiest. So this is going to be the easiest to kind of roll and firm together. So once we set this in the blender, again, you're looking for that wet sand, but this one has a little bit more moisture content in it. So it'll bind together much easier than the other 2 recipes. Okay, so once we've dumped all of our components into our blender, this is what they'll look like. 3 different recipes, 3 different textures. They've been refrigerated for at least 3 hours or overnight, so they'll firm up a little bit, especially the tacky one that we were talking about with the blueberries in it, and I'll get to that last. So our first is our chocolate. As you can see, it has more of a drier texture. It doesn't want to stay together, but once you form them into little balls, you can roll them. And the garnish for this is our cacao. Give you a nice little truffle just like at your chocolatier. So again, this one has a drier, sandy-like consistency, so you can just pull together. If you have a melon baller at home, if you don't want to use your hands or you find that it's too tacky, or I have a scoop here that you can use, and I'll show you that. Again, we just want to make a nice 2 to 3 ounce ball, and that gets tossed around in our cacao. This is our brownie bite. So next, we have our cashew and our cherry. See, this is much more dense. Those cherries are really tight, and this forms almost immediately. So I can make a nice ball out of there. It's nice and tight. You can definitely tell the difference in your hand that this is much more dense. And this gets rolled in coconut. These are really big crowd pleasers. Again, with your hand or with a melon baller or scoop. A little much there. You can make these as big or as small as you like. The recipe yields about 15 pieces. You can stretch them, maybe get 24. So you can do about 2 dozen. Just get your ball rolled there. And again, in your coconut. And then lastly, my personal favorite, the blueberry and lemon. As you can see, this has a much wetter consistency. So, like I said, this will roll up so easy because it's wet. The moisture from the lemon juice, flavor. The lemon zest, oils, flavor. The actual blueberry itself, the juices are in there. That sweet flavor. The 3 of these together, absolute crowd pleasers. Super, super simple. Energy bites, packed with protein. Absolutely delicious. Okay, guys, so here we have our 3 recipes. They're all fun and done, plated. Again, to revisit, we have our blueberry lemon, we have our chocolate brownie, and we have our cashew and dried cherry. So just 3 different plating options for you. These are just some edible flowers with some more cherry garnish. And again, they were rolled in that coconut. Here we just used our blueberries and some lemon wedges. You can squeeze those over the top if you would like. And just some mint, because mint and chocolate goes together, and some more edible flowers. Again, these will last in your refrigerator for 5 to 7 days. For these that use the natural fruits, about 5 days. For even longer shelf life, a little trick you can use is to freeze these. Just remember to take them out about 5 minutes before service so that they can be nice and ready to eat. For more recipes like this, make sure you subscribe and like www.dherbs.com/Chef Redbeard. Thanks, guys.